A number of billionaires are flooding our democracy with their money, drowning out the voices of the rest of us. But Charles and David Koch are in a class by themselves. They're using their fortune, they're the fifth and sixth richest people in the world, to create their own political machine designed to protect and advance their financial interests. The Koch machine includes, number one, political front groups pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into elections at every level of our democracy, while disguising the sources of the money. Number two, giant advertising campaigns to convince Americans climate change is a myth. The Affordable Care Act will harm them. Unions are bad, and wealthy people deserve tax cuts. Number three, a network of think tanks designed to come up with findings the Kochs want. For example, millions of dollars for studies arguing we should abolish the minimum wage or keep it where it is forever. Four, a campaign to suppress the votes of minorities. In the last presidential election, funding white poll watchers where minorities vote, leading to complaints of voter intimidation, and peddling a voter ID bill to state legislators across the country designed to make it harder for many to vote. Number five, a nationwide effort to bust unions, funding anti-union campaigns in states like Wisconsin, and pushing an anti-union law that's been used in dozens of states to undermine workers' collective bargaining rights. And six, a long-term strategy to unravel America's campaign finance laws, even organizing secret meetings with sympathetic Supreme Court justices. The Koch political machine would be troubling in any circumstance, but it's especially dangerous in present-day America, where wealth is more concentrated than it's been in over a century. And the Supreme Court has opened the floodgates to big money. The problem is not that the Kochs are so rich or that their political views are so regressive. The problem is they're using their exorbitant wealth to impose those views on the rest of us, undermining our democracy. More than 200,000 of you have already signed my Move On petition denouncing the Koch brothers for undermining our democracy. The Kochs won't care what we say, but when 500,000 of us stand up to them, politicians will have to think twice before taking their money. When 1 million of us stand up to them, their money will be a political liability. Standing up to bullies is the hallmark of a civilized society. Please join our petition and stand up for our democracy. Our democracy is not for sale.